I have decided to again attempt to write a poem. We're not playing any games yet, anyway, today. But um, it's been a while since I did one of these. Previously, I've done a couple. Whereas, like, Fear Feasts. There's the dragon. Fear Feasts. I've done Break Free with the puppet and the strings. That was an acrostic poem. I did Fruit of Your Labor. This is a lovely piece from a friend. But then Gusty Hill, which was a littler poem. But it's this one that stumped me for a while now. And we're gonna hit at it with fresher eyes, I'd say. Because I have these two rougher drafts here. But we're gonna read them and then see what we can come up with hitting it fresh. So yeah, let's see if we can make a poem. And it's been a minute, just because I really didn't have any sort of idea what I wanted to write about. If that makes any sense. So like. I previously was trying for some sort of different vibe, I guess. I say this, and I have no pencil right next to me, so that's fun. There it is. So yeah, let's read these rough drafts for this lovely piece of work. So right now, this is Colored Prism. Colored Prism was basically my idea of taking either works of art that I have or coloring adult coloring pages that are a little more adultish, obviously, because they're adult coloring pages, but a little more have depth, not really trying to portray something, just to relax and color. And I made it so I can really take that and write what inspires me and try to tell a story or a statement or something with that. And it's worked pretty well so far with these art pieces I have from a friend way back in high school. Probably, I think it's actually middle school, to be honest. I bought this sketchbook from her for like $25, $20. I don't even know. She's like, whatever, here. Or she might have gave it to me. It was such a long time ago. But again, I just finally decided when I started my YouTube channel back up, I wanted to focus a little more on this. So like, this was Fear Feasts. That's a coloring page I did. This is one of her sketchbook pages, Break Free. I did an acrostic on that one. This was Fruit of Your Labor. This is Gusty Hill, this little tree. And right now the one we're working on is this tree piece here. With the burnt page, and it's sort of got a pen or pencil drawn tree trunk with the paint on top. Which is super dope, super cool, super dope to look at. Like, I enjoy it, and I'm gonna attempt yet again to write a poem out of this. So it's happened before. I'll get frustrated and not want to do this, not want to write, not want to really work on any of these, because it's a little frustrating to have such a flow of words happen where every week I was knocking out a poem. I felt pretty solid about all the choices I made with those. And then I just had this block, like this huge blank when it came to these writing about this piece. So I want to read what I have had written before. So yeah, this one is rough draft 1, and this one is rough draft 2, if that is any inclination how this is going. Let's see. Ink on paper, rubber band bound, blood on roots, bark on ground. Trees no war, tears on letter, lipstick smear, crinkled photo in camo. KIA, trees no love. Limbs outstretching, rebirthing, rope and tire, easy swing, trees no fun. Ink on paper, hands shaking, applause erupts, photos taken, trees no peace. If trees could share tales as they do the shade, perhaps history wouldn't be remade, since trees remember and knows all. That actually sounds good in my head, and the problem is, I probably felt awful about the whole, poem, I was having a worse day, and I'm like, that sounds awful. I don't like that at all. Ending the video. Let's see what this is. Limbs outstretching, giving cover, rope and tire, pumping higher. Trees no fun. Hard bound past, mass made, ready to be learned. Hard bound past. Okay. Mass made, ready to be learned. Trees no knowledge. Black ink pressed, rubber band bound. Extra, extra, it's war. Trees no violence. I think extra, extra would just be enough. I feel like if I was going to keep that line. And then trees no violence. Trees no war. There. Over there, over here, not together, tears on letter, lipstick smear. I think both of these are pretty good starts to a poem, which is super silly because this is the picture I'm going off of. And you're like, what? So with the burnt paper, with the tree, I wanted to go different from the other tree. So there's 2 trees in this collection of poems and art, and the other one's sort of this tree, thin, spindly tree that you see. And it kind of, so the grass here, down here, has the movement. It's real thin, it's real spindly, it's going this way with it. So in my mind, it's moving in the wind. It's barely hanging on. It's the only tree you see on top of a hill, basically. And that's what birthed the haiku? I think it's haiku. Gusty hill, wind gushes, leaves rustle, gnarled, scrangled, trunk stands firm, roots deep, gusts a breeze. So yeah, it's just saying that tree's not going anywhere. I wanted to go a different route with another tree poem since they're going back to back, where I was like, well, let's just tell the journey of a tree, of paper, what happened, well, everything that it can possibly do. And that's what this poem is hopefully going to portray. And I think both of these are a solid start. I'm going to merge them into one here and then hopefully finish it. I'm going for a full length, full page, and probably about a sentence every 2 lines, like a good chunk. I wasn't really going for any structure either, but we're going to see what we can do here. Okay? Okay. Now this is actually, I think, my first time using the art tag on my streams. So it's super exciting to me. But we're going to see what we can make and shake out of my brain. Let's see. Let's start with the fun one. Trees no fun. Yeah. limbs out, stretching, giving cover. Giving cover, rope entire, swinging higher, trees, no fun. And then I think I like the ink on paper, rubber band bound. But I think so they say, what do they say when they have a presence? Hold on. Boots on ground. Jesus. That is what I was missing in that line. Yes. So ink on paper, rubber band bound. Ink on paper. If I can spell paper, that'd be good. There's no eraser on this mechanical pencil. Let me get my eraser. Ink on paper. Rubber band bound. Now here on this one, blood on roots, bark on ground. And the other one I have extra extra. It's war. So I think I do ink on paper, rubber band bound, extra extra, boots on ground. I think that's pretty solid. I think that's a pretty solid line. And then trees, no war. So with that, we're gonna go pretty hard. It's pretty hard here. Let's see. Let's do love and then loss. I think that's sort of the idea I want to portray here the next couple lines. So let's see. Knife in bark feels etched in stone. Knife in bark carves like stone. Initials forever. Trees know love. Yes. Knife in bark carves like stone. Initials forever. Trees no love. Tears on letter. Barely showing. Tears on letter. Love barely showing. Love barely. Is that give what I want to give? Love barely showing. So like I want to give. This girl's pregnant, and KIA. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Tears on letter. Love barely showing. Truly devastated, but still glowing. Let's see here. Limbs outstretching, giving cover, rope and tire, swinging higher. Trees no fun. Ink on paper, rubber band bound, extra extra, boots on ground. Trees no war. Knife in bark, carves like stone, initials forever, barely grown. Trees no love. Tears on letter, love barely showing, truly devastated, but still glowing. Trees no loss. Trees no loss. Ink on paper. Ink on paper. Hands shaking. Applause erupts. Photos taken. Trees no peace. Trees no peace. Yes. If trees could share tales as they do shade, perhaps history wouldn't be remade. Since trees know all. Yes. Limbs outstretching, giving cover, rope and tire, swinging higher. Trees no fun. Ink on paper, rubber band bound, extra extra, boots on ground. Trees no war. Knife in bark, carves like stone, initials forever, barely grown. Trees no love. Tears on letter, love barely showing, truly devastated but still glowing. Trees no loss. Ink on paper, hands shaking, applause erupts, photos taken. trees, no peace. If trees could share tales as they do shade, perhaps history wouldn't be remade. Since trees know all. Yeah. I'm happy with that. I think the best thing I've recognized as a person who likes to create things, whether it be videos, streams, or just poems, or both. um, I had two rough drafts, rough drafts right here, and they both frustrated the frick out of me. And coming back today and just knocking out something that I feel completely satisfied with really brings me joy. And recognizing that you can work through things, but until you get a point of frustration, then at the moment you can just come back and you'll know when to come back to it. Like this kind of thing, it's not something that I want to stress about. It's not something I want to worry about. And coming back and just knocking out this fantastic poem I just wrote for this picture here, one of my random friends in middle school. It's just phenomenal to me. In high school, just one of my friends in general. She's amazing, her art's amazing, and I don't know if she still creates. I hope she does, but I am so glad to knock this out because it's what this picture tells me. And that's what my goal is with this collection of art and works, is that I'll take pieces of art and other things and just sort of put them through my mind and write out what I think it's trying to tell me. So it's super exciting. And that's what Colored Prism really is. Colored being the word for the coloring pages, the artworks, and then the prism being that I am filtering it through me, and here we are. I know, it doesn't need to be explained, but I like to explain it because I like the name. Yeah, I'm super excited about this, so I'm going to call that there. I think I wrote it pretty nice anyway on this lovely notepad I have here. So I'm going to put that in the book, in my book, The Colored Prism, right here. And so yeah, I enjoyed that. That was fantastic to knock out and do. I am going to be right back. I have to pee and do other things. I know I just started the stream not even 23 minutes ago, but that's what cracking me up because I did these two rough drafts. Probably took me 2 hours, an hour each of them, and then I'm here 2 rough drafts later, knocking out a poem in 20 minutes and calling it good. Like it was like that for some of these poems, and this was a longer one, so having these 2 rough drafts really just helped. So I'm super excited. We'll probably be back with this lovely piece. I'm gonna take a second, decide on what poem I want to write, sort of decide the idea sort of behind it, and then we'll sit down and write it. You don't have to watch that long ass process, but if you're watching this back on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the things. Let me know down what you think about the process of this long ass poem. I should have the other 2 videos in the description. I should have those 2 videos down there. If I don't, later me is lazy, so I apologize. But future me, later me, I don't know. Future me is lazy, I apologize. But you can find them in the playlist Colored Prism. And take a look at the frustration that I had, because it is real. And hopefully this next one does not bring me as much frustration. But after this poem's made, I will start picking color pages and we'll get cracking. So we're gonna hit it hard and see what we can come up with. So yeah, I'll be right back, and those watching on YouTube, I'll catch you next time. Yep.